You'd think someone like Mica Galvão, one of the best in the world, only trains with other elite black belts, the kind of killers you see every day at Atos. And yes, he has those rounds. But if you actually watch how he trains, a lot of his work is also with younger athletes and lower belts. What stands out isn't who he's rolling with, it's how he's rolling. Every exchange is intentional. He's not trying to crush anyone or win the room. He gives openings on purpose, lets his partners build, and then counters at the perfect moment. It's not ego training, it's timing, awareness, and control. In this sparring round, he's going with a really solid black belt who has a strong half guard game. So let's get right into it, because it only gets better the deeper it goes. And the opponent managed to suck Mica Galvao in 50-50. He's looking to expose the heel, but Mica is on his right hip, and that will make it hard for the opponent to expose the heel of Mica. But also because Mica is on his right hip, it is easier for him to stand up, you see. But now the opponent is transitioning to his right hip, so he's trying to pull the hips of Mica to the right side and put weight there, so it's hard for Mica to stand up. That is very interesting tactic from the opponent. You see how he is trying to bring Mica to the other side? And if Mica accepts this position, it will be easier for Mica to attack the legs, you see. If he's on the left hip, it will be easier for him to attack the opponent, the left leg of the opponent. But also it will be easier for the opponent to stand up because his right leg is free. So he can bring it under his butt and stand up just like this, you see. That was very nice. Also his angle on top, the opponent's angle is very good. He's putting a lot pressure on the lock of Mica Galvao. So it's hard for Mica Galvao to completely hold that triangle, you see, so he let it go. That was amazing from this black belt. I did not expect that from this guy. But that was very nice. But Mica straight away going for a crab right and taking the back. Let's see if he'll manage to trap the top arm. Yes, he managed to do it. Just amazing. But that was very nice from the opponent. That 50-50 transitions, very nice. But he was just a little bit late recentering with Mica Galvao. So Mica Galvao straight away goes for a crab right and took his back. But amazing work from both of them. Let's see if Mica will manage to finish this choke from the back. Also, if the opponent manages to jump over the right leg of Mica Galvao and goes into crucifix, maybe he can manage to slip his left elbow and recover from this position. But Mica is turning him to the left side, so it will be hard for the opponent to jump over the right leg of Mica. But let's see. I really like to jump over that right leg and then like scoot your hips to the right even a little bit more, and then I will try to free my left elbow from the crucifix. But Mica is very good from this position, so he's not letting the opponent even get that hook off, you see. The opponent is trying to get that bottom hook off, but it is so hard. Also, Mica is turning him to the left side all the time. And this is just too deep. The opponent is doing very good job fighting the right arm of Mica Galvao, you see. That is very important how he's fighting the right arm of Mica. Also, he can try to push the elbow of Mica up, but this is just like too tight. So yeah, that was a choke. But this opponent has a very weird knee shield game. Like he's putting that knee shield so low, but also hipping into the knee shield. But Mica is very good at passing this kind of guard. But most of the people will be very stuck in this guy's guard, I think, because this is very weird guard. I rarely see people play this guard. But it is very useful if you don't want the person on top to move, you see, because Mica is so explosive. Maybe this is like a very good strategy against him, because you completely shut down the movement of Mica. But also you have very few options from bottom. So that is why I don't like that to be like a main guard, but it is very good guard. Also people play it in the gi, but it is very rare, because you only have like a few options. Either you go into deep half guard, or you try to roll under the opponent to expose his back, or you try to get on a single leg. There are only few options from that position, but if you are good at them, they are very hard to stop. And Mica is going for this arm triangle. I think he will get it, like this position is very good for him. It is interesting how he is choosing the side control to finish this arm triangle. And he is moving on an angle. So this is very interesting how he is trying to finish this arm triangle. I was thinking that he was going to go into mount to finish it, because he's very good at attacking from mount. But also it is much safer to finish it from mount, I think, because the person cannot explode into turtle and try to shoulder roll out of that arm triangle. Pay attention how this guy is holding this knee shield. And pay attention to his hips. It is very interesting how he's holding this position. Let's see if he'll manage to do something from there. Oh my god, he is going belly down, trying to roll under Mica Galvao. Oh my god, he managed to do it. Yeah, he's pushing the hips of Mica back, you see? So he's relieving the pressure. And when Mica went forward, he just shoulder rolled under him to go into the legs. But it did not work perfect, but that was amazing try from the opponent. Amazing. Because also the legs of his are locked, it is hard for Mica to completely sprawl out of that position, you see? Let's see if Mica will manage to get the back. I think he's just looking for a better connection. Maybe something like a seatbelt here or double unders. I think he's looking for the seatbelt, but the opponent is like framing his own head, trying not to give that seatbelt. That is very nice defense from the opponent, but also he needs to move, like he's waiting here for too long. I think Mica will just open him up and pass the guard. Let's see. Still, the opponent is in half guard, so let's see. Okay, this is better for Mica now. Trying to put the hooks. He put the top hook in. Yeah, now he will bring him to the right side. So the top hook becomes the bottom hook, you see? When he brought him to the right side. Straight into the choke. And the arm was trapped, so Mica got a free choke there. Amazing work from Mica. Let's see. This guy will jump again into initial for sure, yeah. This is very interesting. I think the best option for Mica is try to open the legs of the opponent. Like to reach around with his right arm and open the legs of the opponent with his arm, I think. But let's see, this opponent is letting Mica get like a good chest-to-chest connection here. But he's turned to his side, so it's hard for Mica to completely flatten him, you see. But he gave up the knee shield here, so yeah. This is better for Mica. Now he has a body lock and he's like flattening the opponent. I think it was mistake for the opponent to let go of that knee shield. But let's see, who knows, maybe he has some strategy from there that only he knows. He's trying to push the left shoulder of Mica Galvao, but because the head positioning of Mica Galvao was in perfect position, it was so hard for the opponent to push the left shoulder of Mica, you see, because that head positioning of Mica was completely stuck to the left hip of the opponent, and that was hiding the left shoulder of Mica, you see, because the head positioning is very important. And it plays a huge role if the opponent on bottom can or cannot push your shoulders, you see. And now Mica is in mount. Let's see what he will manage to do from here. Maybe he will look for Gifra because the opponent is turning to his left hip. And yeah, he is just setting up this chair seat. Straight into rear naked choke. Let's see, now again the opponent is fighting the left arm of Mica, but yeah, this is now too deep. And he got the submission. But that was amazing work from Mica. Amazing head positioning and like body lock passing there. Let's see, again this guy will jump into knee shield for sure. He's only playing that in this round. And he's doing this veteran tactic, like talking in between rounds, just to get his breath back. And again into knee shield. Yeah, just like this, like I will try to reach with my right arm to go on the feet of the opponent and try to open them. Because it is very hard to pass straight from this. But let's see, Mica is trying to hold the far hip of the opponent. Yeah, just like this, you see? Just try to open them with your hand. I think this is like the best option there. And if he tries to go into deep half guard, just like this, just sprawl hard. But it is very interesting how he's keeping that hip breached in. Like, very interesting how he's keeping it. Yeah, but Mica is now opening the guard of his. Let's see. Oh my god, that was very nice from Mica. Very nice hip switch. I think he will end up straight into mount here. Yeah, this is deep. This is deep. And he does not have enough time, I think, to finish this guy. But let's see, maybe he will manage to do it. This guy is not giving up easy, so it will be interesting to see if he'll manage to get it. Ooh, arm triangle. Let's see if he'll manage to get it in time. The round is about to end. This is very interesting if he manages to get it. And the screen is going black. Let's see if he'll manage to get it. Oh my god, he got it. Most people study Jiu-Jitsu through instructionals that look clean, but they don't show what actually works under pressure. Here we learn from matches, where technique is proven when everything's on the line. That's how you cut through the noise. and see what truly works when it matters. On my Patreon, you'll find free breakdowns from the newest matches I can't post on YouTube, full studies, and complete guides, all built to help you improve faster and train smarter. You can start free right now. The link's in the description and pinned comment. And if you're new, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next study.